Hello everyone. We will start at 6:05 uh, because the students are still joining. So you guys have to wait for 5 more minutes. Then we will start. And please make sure to write your real name on your Microsoft Teams application or file name because when we will generate the certificates, we will download the attendance list from the Microsoft team. So your name should be correct and according to your real name. So you can use this certificate anywhere. Otherwise, it will create a problem. So I hope you guys will understand. Yeah, it's something like Hello everyone, can you hear me clearly or not clearly?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. You're audible.
All right, let me share my screen for today's lecture. Can you see the slides?
Yes, yes, sir, your screen is visible.
Okay, let's start. I think more than 100 students have joined today's session. So let's start. First of all, good evening, everyone, because our some students are from other countries, from some from Bangladesh, some from Africa. So I think we should continue with English language. So my name is Umar Khalid, and I am PhD scholar in chemistry at Lanzhou University, China. Many of you already know about me. So previously we had a session about how to write a review paper. It was just an introduction session, but today we will discuss in detail. Today is our day first of our training session, and it will maybe we will have 4 classes for this session. After every 2 days, we will have a class because these days we have summer holidays and I'm free. So after every 2 days, we will have a class. And if any student have question, they can ask the question at the end of the lecture, not during the lecture, and don't ask in the comment section during the lecture. When the lecture will be finished, you can ask your question, and during lecture you can note your reaction, your question on your notebook or mobile phone. So the first day's lecture is about understanding review papers and selecting a publishable topic, like how we will find the topic and how we will make it possible to publish. The roadmap of day one is what is review paper, why we write the review paper, what are the types, how to select the topic, what are the gaps or problems of the research or limitations which we have to discuss in our review. Things to be focused, scope and question. What is the scope of our review and what at what extent it is limited, like what we have to include and what not, and is it fit to our journal and what type of journal we have targeted. So first of all, we will go for What is a review paper? A review paper is extracted from the published literature. It is not a new experimental data, and it is not based on the experiments or a novel thing. It is a collective report of the published literature. As I have mentioned here, a review paper is scholarly article that collects, evaluates, compares, synthesizes existing research to explain the current state of the field, like what is the progress of the current field of research and what are the limitations and what are the outcomes and what are the future aspects of this research. So, yeah. Uh, there are different types of articles, the review article and the research article. So we will discuss about the difference between review paper and research paper. The main purpose, the review paper is based on new data or experiments or the novel things that you are doing in your lab or you are doing for your thesis or for your research work. But the review paper is uh, um, based on the existing published literature, and the review paper is evidenced by author's own result. Like I'm an author of a paper, and if I am writing the research paper, it will be consisting my own results. But the review paper mostly used the published literature and data from previous studies. And for the original research article, first we find the problem, then we go for the methodology. Please, please mute your mics. But for the review paper, first we search the field of study, then the theme, what should be the theme outline of our research review paper, the comparison between different studies, the gaps, the limitations um, found by the different authors or different researchers in their own research, and future direction. We can decide the future direction from the review paper, from analyzing the different literatures. So the novelty of the research paper is based on the new findings that what you have found. But for the review paper, the novelty is new interpretation, classification, frameworks, or perspective that what kind of research gaps you find or what kind of the theme or strategy. Like sometimes we write a comparative study of the different published research papers. This is like the comparative study is our novelty or new finding that kind of finding that which is not designed or already adopted by someone other. So this could be for the review paper. Common mistake in both review and research paper. For the research paper, unclear results or weak methods are the common mistakes. For the review paper, article by article summary without critical analysis. Most of the writers for the authors for the review paper use just summaries of different papers, published papers, just sum up and publish, try to publish. But that is, I think, not a good thing to publish a review paper. There should must be a critical analysis between different studies. What are the major types of review papers? Narrative review paper. It is broad, explanatory. It has the detailed explanation and flexible for the readers. The other is systematic review. It is a protocol-based uh, paper which is used on. It is used on the basis of reproducible search. And scoping review, it include the maps, evidence, and concepts. Critical review is based on the weaknesses, gaps, limitations, and different weaknesses of the research topic. Meta-analysis is a quantitative analysis of the data, like we take the data from different published articles from many years, like 10 years or 20 years, and then we make a comparative analysis on the results, quantitative results, on the base of quantitative results. And bibliometric review, uh, it is based on trends, networks, and citations. What make a review publishable? First of all, when we write a review paper, we should think that what is the demand of this journal which we have selected. Like we have to see that what the editors look for, what the editor looking for. Editors are always looking for a clear reason why this review should exist now. So the novel angle should be not only recent progress, it must offer a distinct viewpoint. It just not based on the currently published paper. It should also give a clear point of view that what is the trending topic and why it is trending topic. This should must be explained clearly in the uh, review paper. Focus scope, narrow enough to go deep, broad enough to matter. Like it should be focused on some topic, not uh, containing the side things. Just if we are discussing the gaps, we will just focus on our research topic. And then our research topic, it should contain all the things related to our certain research topic, which we have selected. Like we are selecting a topic for catalysis. And in the catalysis, we are discussing about the photocatalysis. So we should not go for the electro or thermal or some other kind of catalysis. So we should focus on this. And we have to include all the things on this topic. So it will be narrow enough to go deep and broad enough to matter. So critical synthesis compares trends, the trends in research, like what kind of materials are being used, what kind of methods being used, and what kind of studies or analysis techniques are being used. Mechanisms, disagreements, and limitations, etc. We have to make a comparison between these things. A strong organization. Sections follow a logical story. The story of your review paper should based on the logics, not on the based of theories and some other uh, concept that not exist. Not a random literature list. It should not based on all the literatures which are available online. It should be based on the specific research topic and should contain the logical points. Useful visuals, figures and tables help the readers to understand the field quickly. We should use the figure, like not just the words. Also, review paper contains a lot of tables of comparisons, trends, and many other quantitative analysis, which are represented by tables. Also, some methods and results are represented by the figures, and we have to take all this data from the published research. Future direction. At the end of review paper, we should discuss the future directions and what kind of the limitation and gaps we have found and how can we work on this in future uh, to overcome the challenges and some other problem which we faced during our research we do in the lab. Uh, at the end, a good review tells readers what the field knows, what it does not knows, and what should happen next. The next slide. Yes. Selecting a publishable topic, how we can make sure that this topic is publishable. Move from broad field of research. Like first, we have I have told you that there is a topic that is catalysis. So from the catalysis, we have extracted photocatalytic CO2 reduction because it contains many topics and many things in. From the photocatalysis, we have more narrow. We go more narrow and discuss about the MOF-based systems for CO2 reduction. You can compare it with your own research topic because this is my research topic, so I will go for this. And then more specific system, that MOF-based system for CO2 reduction. And then focused problem, charge transfer. This is the main problem in our research. Selectivity, stability, and mechanistic design. And then a review title, critical review with a clear gap and full framework. The review title should based on the uh, future aspects and the research questions related to that field of study. How to identify research gaps. The gaps are not only few papers, they can be conceptual, methodological, and practical. The research gap does not exist only in the methods, not in the concepts, not in the practical. It can be the limitation and the question and the gap can be anywhere in the synthesis process, in the methods, in the results, and anywhere at any stage of the research. So, what is the main things to identify the research gap? Contradiction. Studies reports different contradictions under similar conditions. If we see the studies or literatures available on the same kind of research under the same condition, we can see the different conclusions and different summaries and different research gaps found by the researchers. So we have to pay attention on this, and we can find our research gap through the contradiction of the different published research papers, summaries, and conclusions. Weak mechanism. The pathway is proposed but not convincingly verified. The mechanism of the study, or uh, in our field, we use the word mechanism, and maybe in your other studies, we maybe see the pathway of the research. We can see that if it is not well explained or have some flaws, then we can also find the weakness or the gap from here. The third point is limited comparison. If they have compared their material or their study with some limited or a distinct kind of research papers or the studies, then we can also find that they did not, why they compared with this study and why they did not compare with other study. So we can follow this trend to find the gap. Please, someone add the members from lobby. Missing conditions like stability, scale up, cost, or real condition are ignored. Like they did not mention that this research is cost effective or not, because the research must be cost effective for the social benefit and to be applied in the real life. And the results are stable based on stability or not. So we can also see that. And also we can see that it can be applied in real life or not. Outdated reviews. Recent advances have changed the direction of field. Uh, we can find, uh, like we can compare all these things that I have discussed. We can find the research gap from here because every research is not perfect and have some gap at any place. So we have to find these five places, and then we have we can get a clear glance of the research paper, and we can find the gap, limitation, or the research question. So defining scope and boundaries. A clear scope protects the review from becoming too broad. The review should, as I have mentioned earlier, that the review should not be too broad. It should be limited to a specific field of a research topic. Decide that what is inside and outside the review before writing. So we should decide this before writing the review paper. So like what kind of the time period for the studies we are selecting, like I am selecting from 2017 to 2026. Material system, like what kind of material or the system we are following. Like I am working on my MOF based composites, so I will carry out this kind of topic on these kind of materials. And what is the application? Like my application is CO2 photo reductions to fuels. And what kind of method? Like experimental and theoretical. What is the performance metrics, like yield of fuel, selectivity, and stability of the material? And the other thing, excluded the area like electrocatalysis is not my topic. Unrelated other materials activity. So I will not go for other materials or other methods. I will focus on the MOF based and CO2 based and experimental and theoretical, and I will focus on these performances. So this make me focused on the single topic. So writing objectives and review questions. Question convert a topic into manuscript plan, like how it convert into manuscript plan. What are the main design strategies reported in the literature? Like what we have to see that in the published article, what kind of methods, what kind of strategies and designs and other uh, related things are reported. How to how do structures, mechanisms, and performance trends compare? We have to decide that how we will compare. Like we will compare the performance-based comparison, the structure-based comparison, the condition-based, and some other related thing to the your experiments. What limitations prevent practical application? Like if we are using this research, our research for a practical application in real life. So what are the limitations or what are the challenges that are preventing us to apply it in real life or at industrial level? So we have also find this. And then which research directions are most promising for future work, that we can see that which how to find, like how we can find that this is a good and promising approach for future work, like it should be cost effective, easily adoptable, and stable, and have good activity, good results. So we have to see these things, these four things before the writing the review paper, and clearing our objectives about the review questions. So selecting a suitable or targeted topic. A good topic still need the right audience and article type, like journal scope. Does your topic match the aims and readership? Like you have to see, find the journal, select the journal that you are targeting. This journal and this topic is related to the this journal scope or not. Has this journal already published this kind of paper or not? And recent content. Has the journal published related reviews recently? We have to find this, that our targeted journal is publishing this kind of research or not. Article type. Does it accept review papers? Because some journal does not accept the review paper, so we have also checked it before. before going for the writing step, author's guideline, we should must read the author's guideline that uh, what should be the number of words, word count, what should be the number of figures, and how much should be reference, number of reference, like normally 180 to 250 references are enough. And then what should be the reference style, because there are different reference styles like ACL style and some other style. And what is the structure of overall review paper, impact and audience. We should also see that um, is it good for the people to read, find the research benefit will be beneficial or not. And we also see the impact factor, but not only the impact factor, also see the visibility, that how people looks it, and then publication ethics, avoid predatory journals and fake indexing. We should not uh, include the journals recognized by, which are not recognized by the um, Web of Science. So, and also not use the fake papers or fake data and fake references. And for the day one, the practical activity for you people is that you have, first of all, you have to prepare what, this is your assignment for we will have next class on 22, and you may submit your assignment, or maybe you can send, if you are willing to write a review paper, you can send me these things on a Word document. I will review for you. uh, Provisional review title, short background, main research gap as we have discussed before, scope and boundaries, review objectives, questions, possible target journal, and this is mini representation. Each participant presents the concept in 2 minutes. The class checks whether the topic is focused, novel, and suitable. In before starting the, you can also prepare a 2 to 3 slides presentation containing these all things, and we will discuss if you are willing. We can discuss online here, and we can find that is it okay or not. Exit checklist. Can I explain the gap, scope, value of my review in one clear paragraph? So you can also write a paragraph about the gap, scope, value in one paragraph. And the day two will be on 22 in the same time, 6 p.m. Pakistan time. And it will start about the searching of literature and article selection. So, and a day output, one page review concept is your assignment if you are willing to write a review paper. So now we'll take your questions. So if anyone have question, they can raise hand. Hello.
Excuse me, sir. Am I audible?
Just wait a moment.
Okay. For this assignment, we have to choose specific topic like related to our field and do all the research studies.
You can choose. I think it is better to choose related to your studies. Hello.
We also have to do the thorough research study and find out the gap.
To find out the research gap, it is not. It is necessary to see the sections that I have mentioned. I will also share the slides with the students in the group, and will let them to study them well before going for finding. on these gaps and um, the main things as I have mentioned before, like there are 4 to 5 things: lag, contradictions, weak mechanism, limitation, and comparison. You can see from the in the introduction section of the research paper, they have mentioned authors already mentioned the gaps before the last paragraph of the introduction and in conclusions and summaries. So you can clearly find the research gap or a research question from there.
Sir, where to write the gap in the review article? Like,
Sorry.
just you have, sir, where to write the gap in review article? Like you just shared that in research articles, it is given in at the end of introduction before the last second paragraph. So where to write this gap in the review article? Should we write gap in every summary or any specific portion like introduction part of the review article? Please tell about this.
No, we can also discuss the gaps in the review, in the introduction section and in the conclusion part and the future aspects of the review paper. We have to write that these are the problems, major problem. There is a different section in review paper, the challenges and the problems or limitation of the research. So we can mention in a before the conclusion, we can mention in a separate headings or separate section for the research gaps and limitations.
Sir, but in today's session, we have not discussed the format of review paper. Then how can we write it based on our first session?
I haven't asked you to write a complete review paper. You have just to make a summary like what kind of title you are choosing, what is your research gap, and what is the scope of this study. You have to write these things just to elaborate the just to elaborate your concepts, that what you have in your mind and what you want to write. So I will guide you about this, that is it okay or it is not okay, is it have some problem to be resolved or not. And if uh, in the next section we will discuss about the uh, search of the literature and some other things, and then we will discuss about the outline, how to make the outline of the review paper. This was the first lecture, and it was about the basics of the research review paper, not about the formatting and writing steps. Any other questions?
Sir, like you just mentioned in the presentation, that review article is not just about the summaries of the research papers. So how to make it different? Like just you said that we should write the gap and about the future directions, etc. So these things made the review article different. Or when we write a summary of the article, then at that point we should give our opinion that like this author has done this and this was the gap or any other thing.
No, no. I just mentioned that review article is not just the sum of summaries or the collection of the summaries. It should contain the comparative analysis, tables, figures, like um, so you can discuss the limitation in the form of tables or comparative analysis type figures, that these are the limitations. And for every section of the review paper, we do not need to write the limitations everywhere. At the end, we can make a separate section for the limitations. But throughout the review paper, we can discuss these limitations in form of uh, tables or the figures. So it should not be containing the long summaries of explanation. It should have a logical tables based data or the figures or some other flow sheet charts like this.
So, sir, at that part, will we add any references? As you know that in review articles, we add reference to every sentence.
Yeah, not every sentence, but yes, we have to write the references that not in our conclusions and like the things we are explaining by ourselves, like what is our point of view. It is not need any reference, but if you are citing someone others or discussing someone others things, then you have to mention, you have to cite the references.
Thank you, sir.
Don't we identify the research gap first and then write the review article on it? Yes, before the writing review article, we have to find the research gap. Without finding the research gap, how you can write the article? Any other question?
Assalamu alaikum, sir. First of all, thank you so much for sharing the information. My question is that if we have selected a topic, let's say around metal organic frameworks, uh,
Mhm,
we know that it has established around 2015 onwards, let's say. So
mhm,
if the selected topic on the selected topic we get less number of research articles, although our research is based around it, should we stick to that topic if even if the data is less in quantity, or we should leave that topic on and move to any other thing? What is the right
mm.
approach towards?
If you are really writing about the moves, and I don't think so, the data is less for the moves from 2015 to 2026. I think there will be thousands of papers on every single topic of research based on the move. And for some other recently developed method, like in 2024-25, for the data is less, so you can compare that with other research design or studies, previous studies on that topic and the current studies. You can make a comparative analysis based review, like as I have discussed as a type of review paper, comparative. So you can compare between previously reported strategies on that topic. Like if you are discussing about the MOFs, so before the MOFs, like polymer, semiconductors, or some other types of materials are being used, so you can compare them with the MOFs. That will be also a good approach, and that will also give you a very good research gap limitations and very good things. Many good things. Sorry.
uh, Sir, let's say we have to stick to one metal only. Let's say bismuth is the metal we are focusing. So if we have very less kind of information on bismuth based MOFs, let's say,
I think
and
I, I I think it is too narrow because up to this extent narrow, I think it will be difficult to find too much data. So you can, as I have mentioned, that you can make a comparative study between bismuth metal containing MOFs and some other like zirconium and cobalt, zinc, iron, and some other type of metal organic frameworks. So
okay, okay, got it.
it will be more beneficial, because if you stuck only on bismuth base, then it will be very narrow topic, and it cannot be published in good journal.
Okay, sir. Thank you
Sir,
very
please
much.
explain.
Yes.
Sir, please explain
Yeah.
one more thing, and that yeah, as you said that we should know about the gap before writing the review article. Sir,
Mhm.
before writing a review article, can't we just see that is there any review article on this topic or not? And in case if any review article is present, we see about that how any mean any
Mm,
study is present, like uh, past 5 years, that we can have that we can write the review article on it.
yes,
Or
there are. It doesn't matter if the review article is already available on that topic. You can get idea from that review article. You can download that and study it well and find that what is the approach they have used. So you can make some changes, like you can, uh, if they have if they based on single limitation, you can broad it to 2, 3, or 4. If they have used less data, you can more add more years data, like 10 years, 5 years. I think 5 years data is enough, or 7 years, not more than that. And yes, if you are writing a meta-analysis based review, or you can review article, you can use to 100 years data, 50 years data, so it doesn't matter. So you can make, if the review is already existing, you can also make some differences from their review, and you can publish your own, like you can change the limitations, or that limitation that they have not discussed, you can completely follow them but change the limitation, so it will be more easy at initial stage for new writers.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Any other question?
Sir,
Can you please
yeah,
explain the
I have a
research gap?
question.
What is the research gap? Let me explain this. The research gap is the limitation in the study that I am doing, like I am uh, doing research on photocatalysis, photocatalytic materials, and the basic limitation is the stability and the selectivity and electron transfer, because in our reaction, the photoexcited electron and holes are recombined, and the reaction does not proceed well, and maybe reaction yield is less, or its stability is decreased. So this is the limitation, and the limitation is called the gap. The problems in the research or researcher faces is the research gap. I think first you should choose a type of review paper, and then you should go for the searching the articles. Who was asking the question on mic? Please ask.
So I was asking that if we are choosing a unique topic of research and we are looking for any literature review, or we are just looking for that there is any work that exists on before we are doing a research on some one topic. So I think, I don't know, am I right or not, but I think if we are choosing a unique topic for our research, so that might be not good, because we are the first that we are researching on that topic, or having a less reviews before this, having a less papers.
I think your question is valid up to this extent, that their papers could be less, but it could not be possible that we are the first who are doing that research. That field is already existing, but maybe your methods can be different. So for that, I have already explained that you can make a comparative analysis with the previous methods and previous studies. Like this, if a research topic is firstly invented 2 years ago, then you can find that 4 years ago, what kind of the design of study was being used on this research. So you can compare and find that where your method is standing, so you can write a comparative analysis based review. For the less data, I will suggest the comparative analysis.
Okay, sir, thank you.
You are welcome. Any other question? No one has question? If no one have any question, then I think we should end today's session. And let me share my email here. You can write your questions, or if you are selecting some topic and some other thing, then you can email me in the Word form, Microsoft Word. And there is another thing that if you all are using LinkedIn, then please follow me on the LinkedIn, so we can have a connection, and we will be connected, and we can see each other's activities related to these research-based things. You can either contact me on LinkedIn.
Sir, would you share it here?
Actually, I have shared my LinkedIn. It is just, if you will click here, it will directly open in LinkedIn. Otherwise, I will share a complete link here.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, you may ask.
Sir, when we read the literature and we had reached at a point that we have selected a topic for our review article, for example, narrative review. So how can we say that this topic is valuable and scientific community will find it helpful?
You can see, just wait a moment. I think this link is not working. Just wait. This is my LinkedIn. You can click here to find me. Okay. So what is your question, please?
Sir, the
That
question is that
you have asked that how we will find that it is readable or valuable for others to study, right?
yes, sir. Is it
You can,
publishable or is worth?
yes. You can, first of all, you can see the progress on that research topic, that how many people are, how many research articles are available online. If there are not a good number of research articles available online, then I think you should not go for that. It is clear that this research field is not trending and not common and not anything is publishable, but it is not. You will not get citations and not good readability. So that will be a problematic thing, and it will also dishert you if you cannot get citations or uh, reads on your review paper. Then it will be a waste of time. So you should make sure that is this research topic is trending, and if it is trending, that it will have a lot of research papers published in recent years, like 2 or 3 years.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other? No other questions? Okay. Okay, wish you best of luck, everyone, and I hope you will publish good research papers and good review articles. Stay blessed.